We're recording, amazing. Hello,
Hey.
Joseph. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Honestly, I'm so excited to get into this week's episode. It's going to be amazing. But first off, let me introduce you. This is the DMC, which is a deep, meaningful conversation, a mini-sode that we have every other week because we just like to, we give you that content. And I'm joined by such a glorious, beautiful, humbling pal. It's my friend Joe.
Oh, hello, Sarah. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. This has been a long time coming,
Do you know what I
hasn't
mean?
it?
We've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I think because of just various reasons. One, a pandemic. It's just been hassle. But it's okay. We're living, we're thriving, and it's okay. It's going to be cute. First off, how are you?
I'm good. I'm all the better for seeing you. Of course. And yeah, I think the same, just like you're saying, like getting by, like coping with all the stuff that the world's just throwing us at the minute. Like there's a lot of change. It's weird. It's like there's a lot of change, but at the same time, things are very, very similar.
Yeah.
So I think just adjusting to that, really.
So what have you been doing to help with your well-being?
Lots of walks. I think walking is like my go-to at the minute. I've become obsessed with steps.
Okay.
Like I know that it's such a classic like mum move.
No,
but
say
honestly,
it. Say it with chest. I love it.
Yeah. I'm like, I need to hit those 10,000 steps because if I don't, my day has not been made.
Oh my God, Joe, you're brilliant. Do you know what? It kind of reminds me of that last walk that we did. Oh, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
It was gorgeous. We definitely hit 10K that day.
Yeah, so me, Joe, and their sister, Maggie, went to, where did we go? Stag Meadow?
Yeah, we started in Stag Meadow. Yeah, and we went around the Great Park in Windsor.
Yeah.
God, that was glorious.
It was glorious. It's so funny because it's like, I normally chat shit about Windsor, but when it comes to our walks, I'm like, oh my God, there's nothing like it, my girls.
There
Just
is
beautiful
nothing
scenery.
better.
We even saw a deer.
I've never ever in my life seen a deer bathing or whatever it was doing. We walked past this like glorious pond lake thing, and I was like, guys, there is a deer in the pond, and we were like, what? Like, that was incredible.
I felt so regal because it was so awakening, like being with you and Maggie, who've literally known me since I was a toddler, and we were having this sort of deep conversation, but in this beautiful scenery. It was like a sort of rebirthing experience, and with every step, like I think I even cried during that journey.
I was feeling so tearful. Like it's funny. Like I don't even know if you've said this, but it is mad how long we have known each other for.
Do you know what? Can you tell listeners about the first time you ever met me?
Okay, so this is like hands down one of my favourite stories of life in general. Like honestly, I'll be on my deathbed and I'll be like top tier moment. So Sarah and I were in reception together. Which is like kind of like the year before you start school.
Yeah.
And I think like based on your birthday, you either started in September, and I did because I'm a September baby, and then because you're later in the year on your birthday, you came in like January or like second. I don't even know how they did like terms, whatever.
You've got such good memory because I know exactly what you're thinking, but I forgot it. I didn't remember it
I
until
don't know why this is coming to me. Like honestly,
but it's impressive.
All this stuff's logged up there. And we would sit, like, I think we'd say a prayer before we went for lunch, and then we'd walk over to the lunch hall to eat our lunches. Anyway, cut to us sat there at this desk with the new students on Sarah's first day, and we say our lunchtime prayer. And then, obviously, all the students that have been there already, we know that we have to wait until the teacher says we can go to the lunch hall. Sarah flips open her lunchbox and goes, "Let's eat!" And I was honestly like, this girl, like from that moment, I was like, this is my kind of gal.
But
like,
you know what? It's just so funny because, like, so reception, how old are you? Like 5 or something?
Even less, I think literally like 4.
Okay, so you're 4. So I'm 24 in a couple months. So that will be 20 years. That's
20
still
years.
still so on brand for me. All I want to do is eat. All I want to do is get this food. Like, all I want to do is helping me and my friends eat good. And I just found it so funny because I think as we grow older, like, we're so lucky to have those moments of... well, I mean, we're grateful that they happened, but the fact that I can still share that memory with you and the fact that you know that so much of me is just so sweet. Like, I remember when I was looking through birthday cards, and that I'd got on previous years, and you had drawn me a card, and... like, you had drawn me a card. Loads of people else have done, but one of your cards, it was so jokes because you had drawn me, and it was when I had like blonde bits in my hair. Like, my mum always let me have colour, you know. And I came in, and there's literally a drawing of me with like black hair and then blonde at the ends, and I just love it. I love it so much.
Precise.
It honestly warms my heart. Oh my God, we've really been through it. Do you remember when we used to sing together?
Yes, of course I do. Those memories are forever etched within my brain.
Like, I was explaining them to someone the other day. Like, we're on a CD. That's incredible.
We have a CD, Sarah. We have a following. No, we don't. But I like to imagine that we have a following. We have like 2 mums.
Honey, we're the content. Like, if anything, I made this podcast for this moment. You know?
Yeah, I mean, come on. This is what the fans have been wanting. Sarah and Joe reunion.
Oh my God, 20 years.
20 years on.
Oh my God. No, it's so true, but I love it because it's like, you've been at so many different points of my life, and I fucking love it. I love it. Because I was saying even before, like, you're on the phone, Joe's the type of friend that you bump into on a night out and you ditch all the people that you were with to go and chill with Joe because you know you're going to have a better night.
Oh my God, what a compliment. That is my favourite compliment ever.
100%. You're the reason why I got through Windsor.
Yes.
You're the reason why I got through Windsor. I walk through those dusty clubs, walking down the arches, and I'd just be like, roll with my fucking basic vodka lemon tonic or some bougie shit. See you, and I'm like, yeah, let's have a party.
See, the reason is because all you guys knew how crap the clubs were, whereas there's me thinking it's the best thing since sliced bread. So you're like, do you know what? I need a piece of that. No,
but I mean, fair enough and maybe true, but also you would make shit nights fun. Like, when Liquid, I hated Liquid. No one could take me out to Liquid. Here that you're going, I've fucking got a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
That e-ticket's downloaded. Sarah's there, front of the queue.
Do you know what I mean? I don't need to have to... Do you know what I mean? TNT in hand, no ice.
Oh my God. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm above this now, because 100% I would do this within a heartbeat.
Well, I mean...
like, oh my God, those were the days. Like, I wouldn't be doing it this Thursday if we weren't in lockdown.
No, but I mean, I guess it's about growth. Like, I think one thing that we are very grateful for is the fact that we have... well, like I said, we've shared our experiences with each other, but it's that whole thing of being in a small town, knowing people, know their cousins or know their friends and all of that stuff. So it's a very small, cute community. And I think, well, I mean, depending on who you fuck with, depends on what, how your experience is going to be. Like, I'm happy that I met you. You're a vibe.
Yeah, no, 100%, Sarah. Like, and what I love is, like, you're someone that's not afraid to... like, reminisce on times, and I find that, like, especially around this time, I don't know whether anyone else gets this, especially nearer to the end of a year, particularly around New Year, I get really nostalgic, and I spend a lot of time, like, reflecting on the year and thinking about, like, oh my, I can't believe this has happened, and if I had no idea this would have happened last year, what's going to happen next year? And I get all like this. And some people are like, oh, you know, stop, you're going too deep. Whereas what I love is, like, when I meet up with you, you're happy to just be like, yeah, let's just spend some time, like, looking back on things. Like, no, I love that.
I actually find that really... That really touches me. Thank you. It's mad because I actually wanted to talk to you about this, but I'll save it for... No, I'll bring it up now instead of saving it for later, because... the difference in reflecting and ruminating is lessons. And there's no judgment in those lessons. There's no resistance in those lessons because you're looking for answers and you find that's from within. So what do you think is your personal difference between reflection and rumination?
Well, I think you really hit the nail on the head there, actually, in terms of when I'm like simply reflecting on something, it's like the image I've kind of got in my mind now is like you're gently just kind of noticing it and you're looking at it, like you said, without judgment. Whereas if you're to ruminate on past events, you're trying to unpick it and be like, well, this could have happened or what would have happened. And like you said, you're just placing a lot of judgment on it and almost acting as if you're still in that moment. Whereas I think when you're just simply reflecting on something, you're just noticing it like, oh, that happened, you know? Like, kind of mindful, I guess. You're just like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't faze me.
On. Yeah, not questioning it for too long, just being okay with the presence of it, even if it's a bad memory. Whereas when you're ruminating, I think it's more, you're really chewing it over, you're twisting it, you're hypothesizing what could have happened. And even in the moment, I know it's hard, but there is an element I have to be like, well, that happened, and we can't change that now. We can only learn from that moving forwards. But that is easier said than done.
No, definitely. And honestly, I think that's so true. But on that note, I'm going to stop the DMC and I'm going to take it to the next episode. So thank you guys for listening. And stay tuned for next week for the next episode.
Thank you.